You're about to uncover one of the best-kept secrets of the food industry. But first, picture this. You walk into a McDonald's, and that unmistakable smell pulls you in like an invisible rope. You place your order. Out comes a hot, mouth-watering, juicy burger. You take a bite, and you have no idea that the meat you're eating just went through a process so controlled, so precise, it feels more like a military operation than food production. And what if I told you that this burger, which you devour in seconds, was planned months in advance, going through machines so strict they'll reject a patty for being just 1 gram off? Today, you're going to see what really happens inside McDonald's factories, and what goes on behind those steel doors will send chills down your spine. It all starts far from the restaurant. In fact, it starts in the fields. McDonald's doesn't just buy meat from anywhere. They work with a small, certified group of farms where every single cow is raised under strict surveillance. Nothing is improvised. Each animal has a CPF, a unique ID code that tracks its entire life from birth to slaughter. Their feed is monitored, vaccinations scheduled, veterinary checks conducted, and they're raised in environments that follow rigid animal welfare rules. Hormones? Completely banned. Everything must be documented. A single error in one animal's records and the entire batch can be rejected. When it's time for slaughter, the process happens in government-licensed facilities that follow international standards. Cameras monitor every single step. Not a move is made without being watched. The animals are slaughtered in the most humane way possible, minimizing pain. The meat is then immediately transported to the factory. And that's when the magic, or rather the science begins. At the factory entrance, the meat undergoes a sorting process. Not just any cut becomes a burger. Only high-quality parts like the forequarter and hindquarter are used. Technicians inspect the meat's texture, color, smell, and temperature. If anything's off, even slightly, the batch is rejected without mercy. The approved cuts are sent into a massive grinding machine. There, they're minced into a smooth, uniform paste. And let's be clear, no seasoning, no preservatives, no chemical additives are added. It's pure meat, 100% beef. The ground meat then moves onto the molding line. Each patty is pressed to meet exact standards in weight, shape, and thickness. These machines are accurate down to the gram. If a patty is even a millimeter off, it's tossed. This guarantees that your burger will be the same, whether you're in Toronto, Tokyo, or New York. After shaping, the patties go through one of the most crucial steps, ultra-fast freezing. They pass through tunnels that hit 40 degrees Celsius. In less than 5 minutes, the patties are fully frozen. This rapid freeze prevents large ice crystals from forming, which would ruin the texture, and ensures the meat remains safe to eat. At this stage, each patty is packaged and labeled with a tracking code. They know exactly where it was made, when, by whom, and where it's headed. That's when the logistics machine kicks in. The burgers are transported in refrigerated trucks to distribution centers. These trucks are loaded with sensors that track temperature minute by minute. If the temperature rises even a single degree above the limit, the entire shipment is thrown out. We're talking tons of meat discarded in the name of safety. Very few companies hold themselves to this kind of standard. At the distribution centers, the products are stored for only a few days. Then they're sent directly to restaurants. Timing is precise. Temperature is monitored constantly. The crew receiving the burgers at each location must inspect every box before it's accepted. Nothing gets in without being checked. And then comes the final stage, cooking. The patties go straight from the freezer to the grill, which runs over 200 degrees Celsius. No oil, no added fat, just dry heat, sealing the meat and locking in the juices. Cooking time, exactly 40 seconds. 5 seconds too long, and it's overcooked. 5 seconds too short, and it's underdone. The timer isn't optional. It's the law in that kitchen. Once cooked, each patty has a short window of use. If it's not used within that time, usually less than 10 minutes, it's tossed, even if it looks perfect. Why? Because McDonald's demands consistency in texture, temperature, and customer experience. That's their gold standard. Now let's talk about something you've definitely heard before. McDonald's burgers. Never rot. That story went viral worldwide. Pictures of perfectly preserved burgers after years, conspiracy theories, mysterious videos. But the real explanation is much simpler and kind of mind-blowing. It's about moisture. The burgers are thin, grilled, and often exposed to dry air, which causes them to dehydrate before mold has a chance to grow. No moisture, no mold. The same thing happens to beef jerky or toasted bread. It's a physical process. No secret preservative involved. And then there are the rumors that McDonald's meat is fake, full of fillers, worm paste, even bone sludge. All of these myths have been debunked by lab tests, health inspections, and even public factory tours. The burger is made of meat, just meat. And the production process is so strict that in many cases it's actually safer to eat a Big Mac than a poorly stored homemade burger from the corner joint. What's scary isn't what's hidden. It's what's exposed. The obsession with control, the extreme standardization, the non-stop surveillance. Every step is tested. Every result measured. There's no room for improvisation. Every bite is the result of a massive machine made up of farms, labs, factories, trucks, and kitchens, all moving in perfect sync to serve you the exact same burger anywhere in the world. So tell me, after seeing all of this, will you ever eat a McDonald's burger the same way again? Or will every bite remind you of that invisible chain, that hidden factory behind a simple cardboard box? If this video opened your eyes, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and drop a comment telling us which product you want us to investigate next, because behind every bite, there's a story, and here we tell it like it really is. Oh,